Hello, hello, and welcome to Agape FM. The time now is 2 minutes to 1. We're just starting ahead of time because we've got a very tight schedule today. For you, our listener on the radio platform, we have amazing people on in studio today, and we're going to have a very, very good time. We hope that you also seated somewhere just listening to us and expectant for some incredible interview. The Midday talk session, we always bring incredible people with amazing stories to inspire you and challenge you because we want to achieve great things. Our aim as a radio platform is to, one, bring the good news of Jesus Christ into Port Elizabeth, and also to inspire growth and ambition, wherever you are. And for our viewers on Facebook, you can see the amazing people that we have in studio today. That's Mrs. Ralston.
That's right.
And we have
Our deputy head boy.
Deputy Head Boy. What's your name, sir?
Gilroy.
Gilroy. So we have these amazing people from Linkside High School. And so I'm going to read their bio quickly. So bringing out the best in each individual, encouraging all learners to reach beyond their boundaries and realize the fullest potential. That is the purpose of education, and that is what Linkside strives to do. And then I'm going to read a brief history before we go into it. Linkside High School, previously known as Commercial High School, was established in 2001. This year they celebrate 20 years of Ad Astra, Reach for the Stars, their motto. At the heart of their school's philosophy lies the belief that each child has extraordinary potential. They offer a variety of opportunities to help empower all learners to find the keys to unlocking their individual talents, be it academic, sporting, cultural, artistic, or musical. They are proud of the way in which they roll out their own particular brand of holistic education. Wow. That's a mouthful. That's incredible. And we're just going to have Mrs. Ralston read to us the legacy and extend a little bit on the history of the school.
Thank you so much. It's great for us to be in studio today, and we really want to thank you for the opportunity of sharing our special home, our second home, Linkside High School, with your learners. So at our school, we really focus on responsible citizenship, community awareness, and social concern. And we've achieved this, and I'm so proud to be able to share that this approach to education has produced for the school 3 junior city council mayors. In 2001, we had Lerato Ramollo. In 2017, we had Melissa Welgemoed. And the current junior city council mayor is also our head boy, and he'll be part of today's interview. So Gerard is here, and between him and the 3 other head prefects, I'm so proud of what they've achieved, and that we could provide the platform at Linkside for them to achieve. So we have incredibly vibrant clubs and societies. We are very proud of our brand new coding club run by Mr. Afakile Sekwebu. Our environmental society, they are doing incredible work with beach cleanups and looking after organizations who need help with looking after animals. We have a very busy Interact Society who's always looking to do community work. And we have won many awards for our blood drives. As a small school, we've always been able to challenge the big schools and beat them at providing the most units per learner. So we're very proud of the work we do with the SANBS.
Ooh, fantastic. That's incredible. And you also have an incredible journey at your high school. Do you want to talk about it as well?
My personal one?
Yeah.
I started at Linkside in 2002 as a student teacher. Was invited by the principal at the time, Mr. Moret, to stay on. So I've been at the school now about 17, 18 years.
Sure.
And it's been an incredible journey for me, starting as a student teacher and being able to grow and develop with the school over most of its number of years. Like if you can think the years, the school is only 20 years old, and I'm so proud to have been part of it for so long, and to have been given the opportunity to serve the school as the deputy principal. As it's just been an incredible journey, and it's such a part of my. They are my family. It is where I feel that I can live my purpose. You know, once you find that purpose, you want to share it, and that's what I get to do every day. So that's incredible. I get to work with very special learners. We firmly believe that every child who ends up at our school, that God has a preordained destiny and plan for that child to be at our school. And that when they leave, they can become successful, compassionate, confident citizens of the world. And if I think over my 18 years, the alumni that we have sent into the world, I cannot explain to you the pride that it fills my heart with. And we sing it in our school song, linked to our country and our world. So I'm so proud to be part of the Linkside family, and to help be part of the lives of so many special children that come there with a preordained plan for their lives, and then be able to prepare them for that and send them out into the world.
Launching them into the future.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's incredible to be part of, someone's journey and destiny. I mean,
It's a
molding
privilege.
people's minds.
Yes.
Wow, teachers do incredible work. And as you said, from just a student teacher to like deputy, we believe promotion is usually there for, more service.
Yes.
The higher you go, the higher God elevates you, the more, room for service.
Exactly.
That God is
And
prepared
the
for you.
whole being able to be part of leadership and management, it's all about service. How can we serve our learners better? How can we serve their parents better? Our staff, how can we equip them? So having been right through the process from student teacher, and way back in the day I was at commercial high school, so I've got such a strong bond and history with the school.
Cool. And not too long we had Mr. Afikile Sikwebu right here.
Really?
Yes, we did. We did. Whoa. He was
What
talking about
an inspiration.
IT. Oh my goodness. I mean, he's an incredible man, and we
Yes.
were really excited to share his story. So over to you, sir. Mr. Gilroy McLean.
Yes.
You are the deputy head boy of Linkside.
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us how you see Linkside?
I see Linkside based on 4 pillars. Pillar number 1 is trust. Since grade 8, whenever I would walk into a teacher's class, they would always make me feel at home.
Oh, okay.
And where the trust comes in is when the teacher knows their work so well. When you get to the exam or the test paper, you realize that the scope they gave you, actually the topics came in the paper. So that is where you form that trust with the teacher. And pillar number 2 is responsibility. It's your job as a learner at Linkside High to do your homework, because the teachers can only do so much. Pillar number 3 is caring. This is a big one for me. Linkside High School is my second family, because the reason why I say this is because my mom works overseas, and now with the COVID, I didn't see her for a year.
Sure.
And always my registered teacher would always, when she sees I'm down, she would always come to me and ask me, how are you doing? And just that motherly figure being there means a lot to me.
Sure.
And that's why that pillar is my most important at Linkside.
Wow.
Pillar number 4 is fairness. When I as a learner has a problem or a solution to something at Linkside, the teachers will always hear me out, or meaning we have a voice at Linkside. And that's the 4 pillars.
Wow, I love them. 4 pillars, like literally any building doesn't have foundations on
Yes,
has
yes.
pillars as well. And
Structure.
I like the way you said about the caring. You know,
Yes.
that your mom being away. Just like the teachers are like your mom as
Yes.
well and stuff
Take
like
good
that.
care of
They
us.
don't only teach their head; they teach
Yes,
their heart
from
as
the
well.
heart, yes.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. It's noteworthy to take on. And you are deputy head boy at Linkside High School. What do you see as your greatest strength?
One of my greatest strengths is being a people's person.
Mm.
I have the natural ability to sit down with anyone or everyone. That's where our school mission statement of Linkside High School comes in place with guiding pupils towards achieving their maximum potential so that they may play a meaningful role in society.
Wow, that's, wow, that's good, man.
Yes.
That's really great. It's commendable. What advice would you give learners to make a success of this year? It's been a tough year.
Yes, it has.
For sure.
Yes. First of all, make school priority. You cannot get better at anything unless you put some time into it. Study smarter, not harder. Figure out new study strategies. Even if your mark just goes up by 10%, that's a level.
Yes.
It's an improvement.
Yes, for sure.
So, yes.
That's incredible. And right now, how many years have you been in Linkside, if I may ask?
I've been at Linkside now for 5 years.
5 years.
Yes. So
And
this is the 5th year
this
going
is the 5th
for.
year.
Yes.
Wow. And in your stay in 5 years, how do you see, how have you seen yourself, improve as a person, grow as a person?
Mainly my weaknesses. I was a very shy person before I came to Linkside.
Deputy head boy.
Yes, it just shows you at Linkside what you can achieve. And my weakness became my strength. I can speak out to people. I was that type of boy. When I saw something, I would never speak up. And there's a saying as the shy people notice everything. So yes, it's really a blessing to work at Linkside High School. I've grown a lot.
Wow, that's incredible. Because you know what, I like this saying that some very wise people say, things don't become, but people do.
Yes.
People become, you become, you realize your potentials.
Yes.
And, being taught and being, like I can say, allowing, people like Mrs. Ralston to mold you and to shape you and to, basically guide you.
Yes,
and,
on this path.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
It to show you what potential lies inside.
Yes, and especially my religious teacher, Mrs. Hatzenberg, she told me in grade 9 that she sees potential in me.
Oh.
But that time I didn't see it in myself. And just seeing that into me, saw that in me, it meant a lot. And that is when I realized, okay, I need to get out of my shell and just be myself. And yes.
Wow.
We definitely see ourselves as the small school with a big heart. We spoke about this in preparation for the interview, and you could say a strength of our school is the fact that we are so small that each learner has a space to shine, that their teachers get to know them, there's relationship there, and that every single learner is given a place, a voice, is given the opportunities. It's up to them to grab it. So to have seen Gilroy's growth over the last 5 years has been an absolute privilege. I think it's why teachers do what they do, and our learners just. We're very privileged to have learners of this caliber at our school.
Yes, for sure, man.
Yes.
And I can tell you, man, that humility that you are, expressing right now, if you continue that path, you will reach the stars.
Thank you.
For sure. And, well, we will, briefly just go into the next session, which is the deputy head girl, I guess.
This is our head girl,
Ooh,
Claudia Johnson.
Yeah.
While Claudia steps forward, Gilroy spoke about how the school cares, and we are so proud that our culture at school is very much about making a difference, that wherever you are placed, make a difference there. And something else that we are very proud of is we've had 3 Miss Port Elizabeths come through Linkside.
Sure.
And it's something that we're very proud of as part of the pillars that Gilroy mentioned, you know, that these young ladies, the first being the late Bianca-Anne Harper Agherdien, who was Miss PE. She was class of 2004, and then we had Miss PE Nureen Hoosein, and she was class of 2012, and most recently Lu-jade Pienaar, class of 2015. So our learners take what foundation has been laid at Linkside, and they really blossom and bloom as they go and apply this after school. We're very proud of that.
For sure. I mean, that is a testimony in itself,
Yes.
you know, that there's something good about Linkside. Really, there is a lot that is good. And over to you, how do I say your name? Claudia? Claudia Johnson. You're the head girl.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Was becoming head girl one of the goals when you started at Linkside?
Yes, from a very young age, I knew I wanted to become a head girl. I knew that for me to pursue my goal, I had to work hard. And I've made the necessary sacrifices that allowed me to grace this position twice in my schooling career.
Sure. Wow. So like you were very targeted.
Yes.
You know, like wow, that's incredible. What would you say to learners who are listening right now who might have a dream of becoming head prefect?
Stay focused, work hard, and believe in yourself. Always know your why. A lot of things will fight for your attention, but you have to stay the course. You must be driven, and you must surround yourself with positive influences. You should also learn to encourage yourself. When self-doubt wants to creep in, you must be ready to fight it off and know your worth. Do not let it consume you to the point where you want to compromise. Stay true to yourself. If you fall, get up and continue to fix your eyes. When you have done all that you could, trust the process. What is meant for you will find you.
What is meant for you will find you. That's an incredible statement. What is your vision for the 2021 school year?
In the season where we find ourselves, the main focus should be the safety and well-being of all the students and teachers. There will be a strong sense of community and unity. My vision is that all potential will be capitalized on and for everyone to find their place. To obtain a 100% pass rate of all grades, my vision is that Linkside will be the forerunner in creating unique learning and recreational activities that will catapult the educational industry to great heights, and thus be the #1 preferred school in the city.
Wow. Wow.
High expectations,
yes.
and we take them.
yes, for sure. Why was Linkside the preferred school for you?
For some reason unknown to me at the time, I was just drawn to Linkside. It was the only high school I've applied to, and fortunately I was accepted. I love my school. I love what it stands for. Its ethos and values have built guidelines that have shaped us into the young peoples that we have become.
Wow. And Claudia, how many years have you been at school right now?
5 years.
5 years as well. And within those 5 years, you said stay your course. You had this goal in mind to become head prefect, you know, from when you stepped in. And how have you stayed your course? You know, basically, you know, I'm sure there were a couple of things coming in here and there, you know, maybe challenges, academia, a lot of work maybe, and home and stuff like that. But how have you managed, you know, to stay the course?
I feel like my character played a big role in this. I've always been a driven and hard-working person. So when I came to Linkside, it wasn't that I had to put myself up for challenges. It was something that I told myself, I'm going to be myself. And I'm going to do what I've always been doing, even in primary school. And that's just how I carried on throughout the year. And it paid off. It's just you staying true to yourself and not compromising or having peer pressure or influences on you. You had to separate yourself a lot from the things that would distract you.
Mm.
And I've done that. They were tough, but I'm so glad I did that. So it's basically characters, how you perceive yourself and what you will do to remain true to yourself.
For sure. And I mean, being a head girl is not the easiest task, because there is, responsibilities. Your character is on display all the time, and how have you managed, like it's now, we are in March right now, and how have you managed, to like, how can I, phrase the question? Basically, leadership. How have you managed to keep the boat afloat in terms of like leadership? Do you have mentors? Do you have people that like guide you and like show you what really leadership is? Do you have like mentors and mirrors? This is how I just like look at it. There is people that you look like. I love that leadership style. Not of course you can't be tyrannical, but like leading out of love and leading by example and stuff like that. Yeah.
I have a lot of mentors in my family. They are what keeps me driven.
Yeah.
And they help me portray my leadership skills best. But I know that I'm working with an amazing team, and that's my fellow deputy head boy, my head girl, my deputy head girl, and the head boy. So knowing that I'm working with them really gives me the positivity and the ability to carry on with the position that I'm in. And it doesn't feel like a burden or like it's something that I'm in a battle with, but I feel like it's gonna come easy because of the team that I have, and I'm so grateful for it.
So you lead all the other prefects as well.
Yes.
About how many people are we talking about right here?
4 head prefects and approximately 23 prefects.
Yes.
Right, that's quite a number. And I know, from leadership, just in business, it's not just the talk.
It's doing the
Leadership
work.
Leadership is doing the work.
Yes.
You lead by example.
Yes.
And how you guys are in a place. You've been basically what the school administration and the management has entrusted you, with this leadership to set out to become role models for the other students. And how have you guys picked on this baton and run with it? How would you explain that, sir?
It's about having an action plan in place, and having a plan requires to follow the steps and do it. And when it comes to, it's hard to be in our position because when you have friends before you had this position.
Yes.
And there's a lot of peer pressure. When your friends do something wrong and you know it's wrong, but now you have to stand up for yourself and tell them, Linkside doesn't approve of what you're doing. And they must know that you have the title. You have a title that you have to live up and you have to live up to. So yes, that's just how it goes at the school with friends wise. And they understand that, and they respect that. Yes.
Yeah, believe me, I was at high school at one point as well. So I really understand what you're talking about. You have to be real. You can't lead from a place of, you are already compromising. So you don't even have that voice. Your voice cannot be heard. So you have to be true all around. With your friends, whether in secret, in the classroom or even in the public space such as an assembly and stuff like that. And I just want to ask you, now if coming down a bit personal, like how do you spend your time, like say time management and stuff like that?
On a daily basis?
Yes, on a daily basis.
The way my day is laid out, I'll go to school. After school, I'll go home, and then I would sit with my books until 5 o'clock, and then I go to the gym every day, and then after the gym, I would come home, and then I would study. And it's been like that for the 3 years, every day doing the same routine, and I just can't burn myself for the books. I need that free time. Yes, and not everyone can be like me. That's why I have so much respect for my other heads. And yes, I have so much respect for them for how their days laid out and how they do their things.
That's incredible, man. And like Claudia, I would like to refer this question to you.
I had to set a really realistic schedule because I've really struggled with sticking to one schedule, and I probably changed them like 5 times already. But after school, you always tell yourself that you wanna get your schoolwork done. You wanna get your studies out of the way, and I wouldn't sit too long because that burns me. So I would probably sit 1 hour doing my homework, and then I take a break and do whatever I feel is going to help me relax completely. And after that, I would take maybe another hour to just study whatever subject I feel needs specific attention. But like I feel like weekends, you would also have to find a balance. So you find something that will help you to completely take your mind off school, so that it's not always school, but you make time for yourself. And I feel like it's very important to do that. So
yes, your life has to be balanced. Really, and you have to be well-rounded.
And now that we have Saturday schooling, also it's another thing, another day being taken away from us to put in some education into the Saturday. And yes.
And now with the COVID situation, I believe there was a situation of social distancing, maybe fewer days at school and stuff like that, or last year. And how did you guys as leadership manage the situation and stuff like that?
With a day off,
yes,
we use it to our advantage. I mean, that's a day that you can really do your homework that the teacher gave you the previous day and put in some time on a subject that you struggle with. Yes.
Cool.
Luckily this year it's every day for the grade 12s.
Every day for grade 12, so fantastic. Cool. So I'm just going to ask one more question, and after that we'll take a break. Okay. So I want to find out, both of y'all, in life, not just like in school, but like in life, what is one or two of your greatest inspirations, whether it's a person, whether it's an event that inspires you and drives you, that thing that drives you?
A person for me, I'm not sure if you'll know him, but his name is Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, he's a very entrepreneurial person. His clothing brand is the marathon, and a marathon is something that it's a journey, and it's like a race. And the way he sees it as, he puts out the brand there that's there for his people, and he's working with his people, and that is where I also started a brand called, and I'm a photographer also.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, the Bandits crew. It's a car crew that takes, we do things we love, in spending our money on cars and just taking our mind away from the negativity and putting it back into something positive. Yes, and another thing about the brand, it's called the Asia brand, and that stands for I salute you all. It means that you're greeting everyone, if you understand what I'm saying, and you're standing for the people. Yes,
for sure. And yourself, Claudia?
When I don't know anybody that I really look up to in that way, but when I was in primary school and I would walk in a mall, then I would always see high school learners wearing their blazers with all the badges and the braiding. And I thought myself, I want to be exactly like that, if not then better. But it always felt like it was impossible, like this is so hard to achieve. And for some reason, I don't know how, but I made it happen. And it's when you really put your mind to something, even without exactly knowing it, you will reach that. And it's literally the only thing that kept me going. And yesterday, I put my blazer on. I didn't have my full attire on, but I put my blazer on. And I thought myself, I'm so proud of you. It's hard to believe where I am today. And primary school, we would be so happy. So proud. So that's literally the only thing that inspired me to be here.
Wow, And I can see that you've achieved that. You're like the bling bling. This is incredible. Wow. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break right now. We're gonna listen to Torren Wells. The track is Official. We'll be back shortly.